Thanks for tuning in to LSU 360 Presents here on WSUM. This series features work produced by students in Information Radio, a life sciences communication course. I'm Allison Yang, and today we're talking about health and sustainability. Antimicrobial resistance is estimated to cause at least 700,000 deaths around the world each year. Antimicrobial resistance, AMR for short, occurs when microorganisms like bacteria and viruses evolve when exposed to antimicrobial drugs. The World Health Organization says medicines can become ineffective and infections can persist in the body, increasing the risk of spread to others. Without effective antimicrobials for prevention and treatment of infections, medical procedures and major surgeries become very high risk. According to the Food Standards Agency, the use and misuse of antimicrobials in humans and animals contributes to the development and spread of AMR bacteria through many routes. Resistance bacteria can spread to humans in the food chain through the animal slaughter process, manure, water, and cross-contamination. To reduce AMI microbes in food, the Food Standards Agency suggests practicing the 4 C's: cleaning well, cooking thoroughly, chilling correctly, and avoiding cross-contamination. Health, medical, and food organizations across the world are also working to create methods to reduce antimicrobial resistance. For example, food giants across the world have pledged to reduce the use of antibiotics in their animal-based food products. In relation to COVID-19, many believe that the AMR crisis is only becoming worse. Marion McKenna of Wired explained how almost 90% of COVID patients are being treated with antibiotics for secondary complications. In addition, people are increasingly taking antibiotics at home in misguided attempts to protect themselves. This, combined with the already existing antimicrobial resistance complications within the food system, could create a recipe for disaster. Avoid crowded public areas, or if you do go out, wear a mask to keep yourself and others around you safe, not just from COVID-19, but to also prevent more use and misuse of antibiotics. Next, we have Missy Nagard, the Director of Sustainability here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. She's here to talk about how sustainability affects our world and how the University of Wisconsin-Madison is incorporating sustainability into campus resources. Thank you to Missy Nagard for joining us on our show. Today we will hear about Missy and her role with sustainability at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. So to start off, how would you describe what sustainability is?
It's an interesting conversation. The definition of sustainability is generally highly conflated with environmentalism. So I typically start out by saying that sustainability is really a systems approach to avoid conflicts. Often we compartmentalize different aspects of sustainability. What happens is that we'll create a solution to a problem and then it'll cause more harm because we didn't take into account all these other aspects of it. So it's a way to optimize for efficiency and equity and all of those other aspects that we're trying to tackle with different solutions. This is just a more holistic approach.
So I know you work with the University of Wisconsin-Madison. What would you say your role is working with sustainability at the campus?
It's actually interesting. Madison is one of the few institutions in the nation that's taken an enterprise level approach to sustainability. So what happens what has historically happened is that sustainability has been placed in the facilities unit and they're focused on recycling. And what that has done is excluded or compartmentalized academics, research, athletics, student affairs, housing, right? And an institution is a city unto itself and we serve students. So incorporating all of those aspects under this ginormous umbrella of sustainability at the institution is pretty rare.
I know the university has slowly been incorporating more sustainable options around campus. For those who may not know, what are some of these options available to students?
Well, they were a little more apparent prior to COVID.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. So a lot of the things that we were looking at, for instance, the ticket to takeout program using reusable containers in the dining hall. Obviously with COVID, that created a whole different set of complications. That program has been temporarily suspended until we figure things out. But I think, especially in this last year, although it's incredibly hard for students, one of the things I've looked at is our built environment, how important it is for learning. We have an amazing campus with really unique opportunities that are not available anywhere else in the world to apply that knowledge. So you can walk away with an applied practical example to add value to your degree when you're moving out. And that's a huge differentiator. A lot of students are walking out with degrees. So what sets you apart from someone else? So it's these opportunities to apply what you've learned and have real impact. It's just, I think that's one of the biggest attributes of the campus.
I know there are specific student internships for sustainability. What are some of the ways that students can get involved, including like the internship?
The internship program is truly amazing. It's a year-long paid internship. And over the summer, the students spend 10 weeks really learning about not just campus sustainability, but the community and what that relationship is. And then when the school year starts, students serve on basically liaison teams or project teams. So you can do green events which has been interesting because we had to switch to virtual.
Yes.
So, do virtual events, green labs, green allies, green Greeks. There are a bunch of different programs that students can get involved in. Mm-hmm. And what we do is go out and help departments achieve a level of sustainability and a cultural change within their department. So it's once again, this campus is a living lab. But other than that, one of the areas we've been really trying to focus on is to expand beyond that conflation with environmental sustainability and really focusing on social equity and economic vitality and bringing some of the other student organizations, leveraging what they already have and presenting another sustainability lens.
Do you believe that people should try to live a more sustainable lifestyle? And if so, why?
And that's really highly subjective because it goes to the definition of sustainability is, right? A lot of people, even my own team, they're like, wow, I need to recycle this. And really what we should be looking at is the front end. What am I buying? Who made it? What are those impacts to those people? So I'm obviously going to say, yes, people should live a more sustainable life with the context that expansion of that knowledge of sustainability. Right? We have a lot of push to do renewable energy, for instance, on campus. And you think, yay, solar panels everywhere. What we're not doing is looking at that supply chain management and where are those rare minerals coming for those solar panels and what's that end of the life for the solar panels. So when I think of sustainability and when I advocate for people to think more sustainably, I really think of, advocate in the long term and think about that whole circularity of that product, not just in this moment.
So then to close off, why do you think people should pay attention or give their attention to sustainability?
Because it's going to have direct and indirect impacts on different aspects of your life, whether it's the cost of food, whether it's your personal health, whether it's your ability, access to education and clean water. These are all things that are directly related. Even though you may not see the initial costs, it's going to come back at you in another area. And I hate to term things in financial lens, but that's often something that's really relevant. It's hard to quantify how happy you are, what some direct impacts are, but when it really impacts your budget, whether it's your energy bill, your water bill, your food bill, your medical expenses, they're all directly related to sustainability.
Thank you very much once again for Missy to coming on our show.
Well, thank you. And thank you for holding my hand while you walked around in circles.
That was Missy Nagard on sustainability here at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. If you would like more information on sustainability, you can visit the official website for the UW-Madison Office of Sustainability at sustainability.wisc.edu. I'm Allison Yang for LSE 360 Presents. Thanks for joining us and stay tuned for more of the series here on WSUM.